What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's Warzone video, we're going to be going over some of my lowest recoil builds here in Warzone. Now I guarantee high kills and easy wins using these. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Now going into our first weapon, we have the STG-44. Now I know this weapon's been nerfed, but it's still really good and has very low recoil. Now going into this class setup, the muzzle will be the MX silencer. It's going to help with sound suppression, both vertical and horizontal recoil control, and that damage at range. The damage at range is really good. The vertical and horizontal recoil control is what we're looking at, but we have some sound suppression to keep us off the radar, so it's going to help us out a lot. Now for the barrel, we're going to be adding on the 760mm 05B. Now this is the best barrel, like I've said in a lot of my videos. Helps with the accuracy and making the weapon easier to control. It's going to reduce scope sway and gun bob. Damage at range is increased, and that bullet velocity is increased. So our bullets are traveling faster in air. They're hitting stronger. Our weapon's easier to control, highly accurate, so that's what we want as well. Now for the optic, we're going to be adding on the G16 2.5. This can help the weapon have a lot more accuracy and recoil control. Your weapon's going to be easier to control. Weapon's going to be more accurate, so that's all we need. Now for the stock, we're going to be adding on the weighted stock here. It's going to help with accuracy, flinch resistance, recoil control, and aiming stability. So when aiming down sights, we're more stable. We have that more accuracy and recoil control, and we get some flinch resistance here. So when we're getting a gunfight up close, or any range really, if we get shot at, we're not going to flinch as much. So definitely have this on. It's very important. Now for perk 1, we are going to be adding on Nerve of Steel. It's going to help with accuracy and recoil control while we're injured. So if we're even hurt a little bit, we are going to have a lot more accuracy and recoil control. So it's going to come in clutch. And then for perk 2, we are going to be adding on fully loaded, so we start with more ammunition. Now for the rear grip, we're going to be having on the hatch grip. It's going to help with both vertical and horizontal recoil control as well. So it's very helpful, and plus we get some more flinch resistance, or a lot stronger when getting into those gunfights. The magazine is going to be the Gorenko 50 round mag for recoil control and accuracy, fire rate, aim down sight speed, and movement speed. So we have a faster time to kill. We're aiming down sights quicker. We are moving faster, and plus we have some recoil control and accuracy. So that's the point of this mag. Now for the ammunition type, we're going to be running the LinkedIn ammo type for that bullet velocity to help our bullets travel even faster now to hit our targets. And then finally, guys, for that underbarrel, we're going to be adding on the M1941 for that extra vertical and horizontal recoil control to have a pure laser beam for the STG. Now for our next weapon, we have the KGM40. Now like I've mentioned in other videos, the KGM40 is the best long-range weapon in the game right now. Very low recoil, and you guys will like this build. So going into this class up, once again, we are going to be adding on the MX silencer for that sound suppression, horizontal and vertical recoil control, and that damage at range. So I really don't need to go in depth. That vertical recoil control and horizontal is very important. The damage at range, and we are more quiet, so we're adding this on. Now for the barrel, we are going to be adding on the shrouded barrel for that recoil control and accuracy, that flinch resistance. It's going to reduce scope sway and gun bob, and we have that bullet velocity. So our bullets are traveling in air. It's going to reduce scope sway and gun bob, like it says. We are more stronger now, and plus that recoil control and accuracy is going to come in clutch. So we're adding this on. Now for the optic, we are going to be adding on the SVT-40. This is a really good optic to use. I like to use this and the G16. So either way, how you want to use it, you can. It's going to help with accuracy, so our shots are more on point. As you see, the accuracy bar is almost all the way filled up. So this is a really nice build so far. Now for the stock, we're going to be adding on the padded stock. It's going to help with recoil control, recoil recovery, movement speed, and accuracy. Now since this is a larger weapon for the assault rifle category, of course it's going to have a little bit more less mobility than normal AR, so that movement speed is going to come in clutch. Better recoil control, of course, and the accuracy goes up, so you're not going to be missing any shots. You shouldn't be with the KGM40. Now for perk 1, we are going to be adding on tight grip, so the longer you fire, the better accuracy and recoil control you have. And then for perk 2, the fully loaded perk will be going on for perk 2 to start out with more ammunition when we grab our loadout. Now for the rear grip, we are going to be adding on the hatch grip for extra vertical and horizontal recoil control, and plus that flinch resistance. The magazine is going to be the Sakura 40 round mag for recoil control and accuracy, movement speed, aim down sight speed, and fire rate. The ammunition type is going to be the LinkedIn ammo type for that bullet velocity. And then finally, guys, once again, we're going to be adding on the M1941 hand stop grip for extra vertical and horizontal recoil control. Now for our next weapon, as you guys see, we have the NZ41 once again. Now this weapon has little to no recoil and definitely deserves a spot in today's video. It's still really good. It's an absolute meta, so you need to use it. Now going into this class of the muzzle will be the MX silencer once again. I don't need to go in depth. You already know what it does, so you want to have this on. Now for the barrel, there's two choices you can pick from. You can pick from the 360mm or the burst barrel. The burst barrel is what I'm going with because it does have a burst toggle from between 3-round burst to fully auto. It's going to make the weapon highly accurate and controllable, which does give you more than the 360mm, and it also gives you damage at range, so we're adding this on. Now for the optic, we're adding on the G16 2.5. It's going to give us that recoil control and accuracy, so it's very helpful, so you want to add this on. Now for the stock, we're going to be adding on the Weaver E-Pack. It's going to give us recoil control, recoil recovery, accuracy, and flinch resistance. So we're more stronger, our weapon's a lot more accurate, and we have that recoil control, which is going to help us out a lot. Perk 1 is going to be braced for that initial firing recoil control. And then for perk 2, we are adding on fully loaded once again. Now for the rear grip, we are going to be adding on the hatch grip once again for that vertical and horizontal recoil control and that flinch resistance. Now for the magazine, we're going to be adding on the Sakura 50 round mag. It's going to help with recoil control and accuracy, fire rate, movement speed, and of course a larger magazine size. The ammunition type is going to be the linked-in ammo type for that bullet velocity. And then finally, guys, we're going to be adding on the M1941 hand stop grip once again for that vertical and horizontal recoil control. Now going into our next weapon, we have the C58. Now I know you don't see too many people using this, but this weapon has very good recoil control and it's very good on accuracy. So going into this build, the muzzle will be the agency suppressor. It's going to help with sound suppression, vertical recoil control, bullet velocity, and effective damage at range. Your bullets are stronger, your bullets are traveling faster in air, our weapon's easier to control, and we are more quiet when firing. Now for the barrel, we are going to be adding on the Task Force barrel for that bullet velocity, effective damage at range, and both vertical and horizontal recoil control. It's going to make our weapon easier to control. It's going to have no recoil with just these two attachments. It's going to make it really good to use. Now for the optic, we are going to be adding on the Axial Arms 3 times. This is the best optic to run for any Cold War weapon for the assault rifle category, so you want to have this on. Now for the magazine, we're going to be adding on the 45 round drum. I don't think the 55 is really needed because it takes away reload quickness and aim down sight speed, so we won't be as aggressive. So the 45 round mag is just perfect. And then finally, guys, we're adding on the Field Agent grip for that vertical and horizontal recoil control, so it makes this weapon have no recoil, and it's easy to take people out at a super long distance. Now, going into our final weapon, we have the bar. Now, surprisingly, this weapon has a really nice no recoil build you guys will enjoy. So going into this class of the muzzle will be the MX Silencer once again. You already know what it does, so I don't need to go in depth. Now for the barrel, we are going to be adding on the XL barrel. It's going to help with reduced scope sway and gun bob, bullet velocity, flinch resistance, and it's going to give us more recoil control and accuracy. This is going to make the bar 20 times better to use just using this one attachment, so add it on. Now for the optic, we're going to be adding on the G16 2.5. It's going to help with recoil control and accuracy. Their stock is going to be the Cooper SP. It's going to help with aiming stability, recoil recovery, initial firing recoil control, and that flinch resistance. So it's really got a lot of stuff here. Really helpful. We're going to be more stronger, weapons more easier to control, and plus we're more stable. Now for perk 1, we are going to be adding on hard scope. So maybe for the first 5 seconds when aiming down sights, you're going to have a lot more recoil control. So you need to add this on. And then for perk 2, we are adding on fully loaded once again. Now for the rear grip, we are going to be adding on the hatch grip once again here for that vertical and horizontal recoil control with that flinch resistance. Now for the magazine, you want to add on the 8mm Clauser 40 round mag. It's going to give us more fire rate for a faster time to kill. We're going to be aiming down sights more quicker, so we have a more aggressive playstyle. We're moving faster. This is a larger weapon, so you do need that movement speed, and we're getting a lot more recoil control and accuracy. Now for the ammunition type, we are adding on the linked-in ammo type for that bullet velocity. And then finally, guys, we're going to be adding on the Carver foregrip for vertical recoil control and that hip fire accuracy. So there you go, guys. Those are my top 5 no recoil builds here in Warzone Season 4. Now, I know there's not too many days left in Season 4. We're going into our final season here, but expect more class setups. It's going to have the fastest time to kills, no recoil, and I guarantee all these classes will help you have a higher kill games and more wins. But there you go, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.